You're listening to the John and Heidi Show Bonus Hour. If you miss any of the program, you can find the podcast at the bottom of the page at sunnyradio.com.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Monday. Coming your way here in just a moment, we're going to be visiting with Brent Baker. Brent is a realtor in the Sioux Falls area. He's with Keller Williams and Clients First Realty, and we're going to be chatting with him about all kinds of fun stuff. I think today we're going to be talking about fire stuff, actually. I got a list here about like fire hazards, things to look out for, and that's a good deal, whether you own a home or rent a home or whatever. You always want to make sure you keep your family safe. So we're going to get some great information from Brent Baker coming your way here in a bit. Also, we've got a Movie Star Monday. At the end of this hour, we're going to be talking with Peter Facinelli from the Twilight movies, from Nurse Jackie. He's got a new film out. We'll be chatting with him about that coming up. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Give yourself a little credit.
It may be time to get a better credit card. Over time, your situation can change. Then you could qualify for a better credit card, one that offers you a better rate, or one that offers miles, points, cash back, or whatever is the best fit for you. Check it out for free at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Monday. Excited to have Brent Baker join us. He is with Keller Williams and Clients First Group in Sioux Falls. Hello, sir. How are you?
I am well.
Well, this weekend, a lot of people changed their clocks. Just the people that want to know what time it is. We got this extra hour of sleep for some. I always do something for my extra hour. I get a project done. But this is also a time that people should change the batteries in their smoke detectors. And that's like every 6 months, that's what we do. So today it's fitting that we're going to talk about home fire hazards to avoid. And it's a good time to think about it. It's top of mind since we just had that, this weekend where we changed our smoke alarm. And if you didn't, you should change your smoke alarm batteries. So let's talk about some of these fire hazards that we want to avoid.
Well, and there's a variety of those. I think we all get lulled into just thinking that we're safe, and we don't realize that some of the greatest hazards might be nearby, and that's not to create panic. I think we just get lackadaisical about some things.
Yeah.
And like you said, changing the batteries, smoke alarms are supposed to, once they reach 10 years of age, they're supposed to be replaced.
Yeah.
And time lapses by and you don't realize how old something is.
And when you buy a house, you have no idea how old those things are. So they could be a year old, they could be 15 years old. So, that might not be a bad time to change them out anyway.
Correct. And we've kind of got in that habit lately with houses is, okay, if you're going to put it on the market, let's replace that, because it can come up in an inspection or an appraisal. It's just a good idea.
Nice.
It shows responsibility.
And you've got a list here. I see products recalled because of a fire hazard. So that, I suppose, is something that could happen where, this item that you bought and you didn't even realize it, but that thing could be dangerous. And how would you even know if your item has been recalled?
Well, there is what's called the Consumer Product Safety Commission.
Okay.
I can't tell you the history when it started, but it's been around a long time. And some things are caught initially after they hit the market, but a lot of things don't show up until they have some time out there in the real world, and things happen. And it can be microwaves, washers, dryers, lamps.
We have a lot of items you plug in.
You do, and there's even I don't remember the brand or model, a laptop that was kind of had a habit of spontaneous combustion.
And I think that was a battery issue. So they quit calling them laptops now because of that. They don't want you to put it on your lap. Now they call them notebooks. That's like a legal room somewhere they came up with that. So
Sure, yeah, don't put it on your lap. Yeah.
So another thing on the list here, I see loose outlets, and I have actually had that in homes that I've lived in, where you go to plug something in, and the whole thing would like wiggle in the wall. That's not good, is it?
No. In fact, one of the houses that we just dealt with, outlets in one of the walls were all loose. They weren't secured. Because you can put the cover actually ties to the outlet, but the outlet has to be secured to the wall or to the box that it's in. So if the box isn't there, there's no way to tie the outlet to the wall.
Another thing on here says excess sawdust, and I suppose that's probably when people are building a home, but not necessarily. It could be doing remodel projects or anything where sawdust could be around. Correct.
And you think about the environment, if you're using corded tools, the cord might be laying in the sawdust.
Yeah.
And just like any type of dust, if the conditions are right, it could explode. Now, sawdust isn't very high on that list. Grain dust is much higher.
Yeah.
However, potentials exist, and so keeping a clean home serves a lot of value.
And another thing on the list here, pantry staples, and we're talking about things that you would keep in your pantry. And I guess I never really thought about that, but some of this stuff, I suppose, could be combustible eventually.
Correct. So, flour is another thing that is a dust. And so flour, if it spills into a direct flame, so say you're doing something on your gas range or something, you can ignite flour into a flame. So it's wise to kind of know the products you're working with to some degree and just use simple caution at times.
About halfway through the list here, I see number 5, nail polish remover. And that's not something that I have, for me personally, but I know there's probably half of the audience, if they wear nail polish, they might need nail polish remover. And that's not even something I realized was flammable, but apparently it is.
It's very flammable. Yeah.
Wow.
So, maybe before you put that log on the fire, maybe wipe off those nails a little bit. Or if you're cooking on the gas range, be careful. Just, it is one of those products that we use that we don't realize has some combustibility.
Dangerous combination of bathroom chemicals. I've actually heard of this before, where somebody mixed this and mixed that and caused a bit of a problem.
Correct. And some of the products right away, they have a lot of bleach in them or something, and some of those chemicals might react with somebody, or if you mix them together because, this really scrubs well, and or I'm finishing up this product, and you put two products together to, say, clean your tub or whatever.
Yeah.
That doesn't always end well.
Make sure that those two things can be used together. And it looks like we've got several more on the list here. We will get to the rest of this list coming up next week. And if you missed any of these, or if you're just kind of catching the tail end of this, we share this as a podcast as well. If you go to sunnyradio.com, you'll see that towards the bottom of the page. And Brent, if somebody listening would like to reach out and talk to you, what is the best way for them to get a hold of you?
I can always be found at 605-310-0297 or Brent Baker at kw.com.
Very nice. You can also find him online on his website, clientsfirstgroup.com.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Time now for This Day in Sioux Falls History, brought to you by the Sioux Falls Fun Page, West Sioux Studios, and Sunny 93.3. It was on this day, November 6th, 1962, a team of academics, archaeologists, museum personnel, and workers excavated one of the burial mounds at Sherman Park. Although they had long been speculated to be burial mounds, the mission of the dig was to determine for their purpose, their age, and if possible, their cultural or tribal association. The dig was sponsored by the W.H. Over Museum. Artifacts discovered and radiocarbon dating estimates the mounds are 1,600 years old and belong to an unknown woodland Indians tribe who would have lived here around 400 to 500 AD. They were here long before the Omaha, Arikara, and Sioux Indians called Sioux Falls home. This Day in Sioux Falls History has been brought to you by the Sioux Falls Fun Page, West Sioux Studios, and Sunny 93.3.
Give yourself a little credit.
It may be time to get a better credit card. Over time, your situation can change. Then you could qualify for a better credit card, one that offers you a better rate, or one that offers miles, points, cash back, or whatever is the best fit for you. Check it out for free at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
Hey, this episode of the John and Heidi Show bonus hour is done. Now, there are times during the bonus hour I'll mention something from our regular program, the John and Heidi Show, which is syndicated on like 300 stations around the country. There's actually a podcast for that as well. So if I mention something that you're going, hey, whatever happened? He didn't talk to that person, or this didn't happen, that didn't happen. You can find that podcast at JohnAndHeidiShow.com. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour.